Yo, what is going on, everybody? Punch here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, bringing you the highly requested Warzone class setup video. I've been getting asked this a ton, and it's finally here. I've been kind of playing around in Warzone with different classes, different guns, different attachments on the guns, messing around with overkill classes, seeing which two guns paired work well together, different perks, just the whole nine, guys, just to give a solid foundation that not only works great for me, but to give to you guys instead of just rattling you off random classes that I set up without really testing. And just keep in mind, I'm not saying you're going to drop 100 kills with these classes, but I promise you they are good and they do work. You know, they are my preferred class setups. You know, like they're not the best. I don't think there is any one best class setup, but they are close. I'll say that. So stay tuned, guys. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the sub button and the bell if you enjoy the content so that you are alerted of all the new incoming videos. But that's all I got for you guys. Let's jump on into it. Alright, so let's jump on into it, guys. So we're going to start off. These are just my S&D classes. Basically, we can ignore these. So starting off, this is my M4 RPG class. This is actually my favorite class going right now. You know, you can use this in solos, you can use it in trios or quads, and basically what I got here is M4, probably the best overall rifle. I got the monolithic suppressor, stock M16 grenadier barrel, tac laser for that quick aim, commando foregrip, and 60 round mags. You know, monolithic gives it more damage range. Stock M16 barrel, same thing. Tac laser lets you aim in quick. Then you got the commando foregrip. This is just overall, like between the recoil, stabilization, and aiming stability, just the best under barrel by far. Then you got your 60 round mag, because of course, if you're going to kill more than one person, most likely you're going to need that 60 round mag. And then the RPG. Now, as much as people like to whore around in vehicles, even when there's people, you know, say there's a crew or just one guy and he's just staked out in some little building, that's what you use the RPG for, is for destroying cars and campers. You know, if there's a camper and you got him weak in a room and you don't want to risk running in there because you might have thrown a C4 down, fire the RPGs in there and it will do the job. And that's typically what I love about this class, is that it kind of helps you kill campers without damaging or risk dying going into their little fun house. So that's what I got there. And then of course perks. Double time, just for that increased movement speed, since some of the perks on the M4 slow you down. Ghost, you know, self-explanatory, don't want to show up on the radar. And amped, which amped specifically faster weapon swap and rocket launcher reload speed. If you're going to use an RPG, you need amped. So that's self-explanatory. And then C4, again, for more either campers, you know, you throw that into a room, blow up a camper or a squad in a room, or of course if a car is driving at you or anything, you can use it to blow up cars. Every single vehicle in Warzone besides the big cargo trucks, as many of you may know, are one-hit kill with explosives, so it comes in handy. And then stun, this is usually personal preference. You know, you could use a flash, stun, smoke, any of these besides a stim and a decoy. I would recommend, you know, you can use any one of these. So now we go down to the M4 MP5 class. This is another hybrid class. This can be used in solos or squads, and attachments are the exact same as the first setup there. We got monolithic, stock M16, grenadier, tac, commando, and 60 round mag. But with this one, we decided to run with the overkill, and the reason being is this MP5 is just ice cold, especially with the barrel here. Use the monolithic integral suppressor, and that speed, that it's something about this barrel just makes your gun hit so much harder and quicker. Tac laser, aim in super quick. Then you got the Merc foregrip and the 10mm auto mag, which is pretty much mandatory for the MP5. But this is amazing because you can down almost a whole squad alone with the M4, and then if you need to take out the MP5, like, it's done. And like I said, this can be used in solos or squads. We got double time, overkill, of course, and tune up. Typically I use this in squads, like when we're playing fast pace, because you'll notice the third perk tune-up, you reduce your revive time by 25%. So say you're pushing a squad and you happen to get down and your teammates are in front of you still fighting, that gives you a quick amount of time to self-revive yourself and then get back into the action. I found out it works very well using that with that class, so I do recommend using tune-up there. And then C4 and heartbeat sensor, you know, this is kind of a hybrid class. Heartbeat sensor is never a bad idea. Then we got the first sniper class here, the HDR. Go to here. So the 26.9 inch pro barrel there. The damage range and the bullet velocity, just look at the pros versus the cons. Like, you're not going to be running and gunning with the sniper. Those the pros heavily outweigh the cons. Tac laser, they're that quick scope in. Variable zoom, like the best scope by far. You got the Stalker Scout stock that you're using, and that is for the increased aim down sight speed. You know, you don't want to be a slug trying to pop somebody as they're running. And then focus, of course, so that you can hold your breath longer. And then MP5, same exact setup as the one before here, just a little bit quicker. We added the FTAC collapsible for that increased movement speed. But this is more of a kind of more of a support squad class that I like to use this for. You know, you can kind of chill with your teammates, hit from a distance, and then if you guys decide to push up close, you have the MP5, which can absolutely destroy. Then the perks, same exact thing, double time, overkill, tune-up, C4 and heartbeat sensor. Definitely, like I said, more of a squad class right here, more of a support squad class. Then we got the M4 and the MP7. This is pretty similar to this class here. Again, this can be a hybrid class, solos or squads. Typically, this one will be used more in squads. And you have your M4, same exact attachments. MP7, so the monolithic suppressor, have the FSS recon barrel. Just again, pretty much any of the barrels that are going to give you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control to just sacrifice some aim down sight speed and movement speed. That's well worth the trade. Tac laser, you know, that pretty much brings your aim down sight speed right back. And then you got the Commando foregrip, 60 round mags. This thing is a freaking laser. You can literally use this almost like a assault rifle if you really wanted to. So this is a great push class. This is like another in your face class, or it can be used as a support class. You know, but I mean, just super amazing guns right here. And then the only difference is for this one, you're pushing, you know, if you're in close range gunfights and you're getting flashed or stunned or something, Battle Hardened helps out a lot to save you from just getting stunned and shot in the back or something. And then you got C4, smoke, you know, if you are pushing or if you're trying to get out of a bind, I use a smoke. And then the last main one here I have is the HDR and the MP7. This is, again, this is a great hybrid class. This works well on solos and squads because, like I said, the MP7 is like straight up hybrid gun. You can use this gun up close, far away, and if you're bursting or have a solid aim, you can destroy people from any range. So say you damage somebody with the HDR, you can easily whip this out and finish them off. But for the HDR, pretty much the same exact attachments as before, self-explanatory. MP7, again, same exact attachments, and battle hardened on this one, just because, again, it's a hybrid. You know, like I said, I just kind of switch these classes up. Now, the way that I use these classes, guys, is if you look at the Warzone map, it's kind of split down the middle. So you have the right side of the map is just like all small buildings, open. You know, it kind of goes like up like this. But if the circle is kind of top right or like anywhere on the right side, typically I'm gonna roll with a class that has range, like an HDR or a you know, either one of these classes, for example. You still can use an M4 or something. You know, it should work fine, but these big open areas, the snipers, you know, you're going to want a sniper so that you can pick people off if they're way up in a mountain or way up on a one of the small houses that are on the right side of the Warzone map. However, if the circle is on the left side, or like bottom left side of the map, where there's just a ton of buildings, city buildings, hotels, that's when I prefer to use a class like this, that you still have range from the M4, but you also have like two amazing hybrid weapons. You know, typically either one of these. But that's generally the way I play it. You know, by the time you're calling in your custom class crate, you're going to know where that circle is going to be at, and that's how you can kind of decide which one of these classes you want to use. And then that's why you kind of see the perks item switched up, the lethal and the tacticals are kind of switched up, because you can just kind of be like, I think I'm gonna use the heartbeat sensor on this one because it's going to be in the bottom left hand corner with all the buildings. You know, we'll use the heartbeat class. Or, you know, MP7, we might be pushing them in the buildings, we're going to use a smoke, so we'll use our other hybrid class. But you know, just kind of use your common sense to use which guns on these classes are going to work best for you. And like I said, guys, these classes are all super amazing. This one right here, though, I'm telling you, this is probably my favorite hybrid class right now, just because you can, with this M4, you can easily lay out a sniper, unless they're just a god shot. And then this RPG, it just works so well, guys. I mean, if you're trying to clear out a building, you're trying to finish a guy off, and you don't want to run out into the open, you can just peek behind cover, fire an RPG. This class does wonders, but all of these classes are great. I promise you guys, they will work for you. So that's all I got, guys. Be sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of them. Let me know if you happen to use them and they work out for you. But again, you know, these classes are not going to change you overnight into the greatest player of all time, but I promise they do work if you use them as I explain them to you. Again, you know, right side of the map, try and stick to a sniper. If the circle's on the left side of the map in the city area, you're going to more than likely want to stick to an assault rifle and a submachine gun or something like this. But that's it, guys. Let me know what you think again, and hope these classes help, guys. They work for me. You know, you've seen in the previous video, I actually dropped 22 kills with this class, and that was probably like my third or fourth game using this setup. So I know this one works well, and I've also done extremely well with all these. So that's all I got for you guys. Enjoy, and let me know how you do with them.